Might we begin this day in light and love, and know that all moving forward is meant to give you more of an understanding of what you might expect within this life and perhaps those that you have enacted before. And might you know that when you originally came into this body or that body or another, that you did so with an understanding that you might accomplish one thing as opposed to another. And the thing that you were to accomplish was what you had set up, and might we say what your soul had set up to understand, know, in the doing and the being in this earth space, in this planetary dimension, in this awareness. For it is here where you can feel all of your life experiences. It is here that you are able to enact and then understand what it is that you did not understand when coming from spiritual essence, from spiritual being, and being a spiritual being. And so you did take this form or that form or another as you encapsulated from being spiritual essence into soul. And that soul did then need a spacesuit in order to breathe within the environment, in order to blend in with others within the environment. And so there is a degree of that in this. And so understand that the feeling component is that component which enables you to perceive as you receive what it is you sought to so understand. And the understanding, we will say, is not a thing. It is an energy. For of course you would not enact something that you cannot take with you when you depart this life or another. And as you have been doing this for a time, and perhaps more time, you have lost the awareness and the ability to connect to that original incarnation and to that original reason for being here in this space. And now perhaps you believe that all that you are is all that is seen as you look into the mirror, as you look at another, as you then anchor and engage in a way that you know that this is all that there is. For you are fully in the illusion of the life experience in which you experience through this enterprise and this activity. And we want you to know that you are much more than that. And we have explained it in a number of understandings and in book form and within posts and other endeavors. But we want you to know that there is much more that you might know when you are ready to receive. And know that the mind does block much of what you would otherwise be able to receive and perceive. But it does not understand these sorts of spiritual endeavors, for we will say it is not within its program of understanding. And so it does move one away from becoming more consciously aware in its endeavor to maintain power and control over the body vessel. For you see, you are not your thoughts, and you are not your mind. Your mind is a component of the body vessel, and you are a component, more surely, of the consciousness from which endeavored to delve into these understandings to understand more. And so we seek a remembrance of that in some capacity, and for you to focus on this in contemplation or meditation so that you might get about why you are here and why you have continued to incarnate here for a time and much more time than you would be able to fully conceptualize at this time. And we want you to know that this is our objective, is for you to regain that awareness. But you must be wanting of it. You must be accepting of it. You must delve into this understanding when you are in a contemplative and reflective sort of way, and ask to allow the bubbling up from within to occur. For if you do not want it, if you do not seek it, if you do not delve into why you are here in a meaningful sort of way, you will remain here for an indefinite period of time until you accomplish what it is you sought to understand in the agreement that you set out before you took on this earthly experience. And so in love and in measure, we do seek to reignite the remembering, the reigniting of the wanting to know, the understanding of all that might otherwise be, were it not to be. For there is a remaining here in this space until the acknowledging and the recalling and the enacting of what you set out individually to understand and know through the doing component and the feeling of it. We also want you to know that within this endeavor, that when you set out to feel something, that you did so from the process of wanting, but there was not the express understanding that the converse energy would then also enter in to give you the full measure of understanding. For if all you knew were the bountifulness of the thing you did not understand, would you then understand its full measure, its full ability, if you did not know the opposing or opposite spectrum of that understanding? And we tell you that this is the thing that did draw many out of embodiment in that initial incarnation. For the feeling component here in this space is much more significant than one might have perhaps understood, for there was not the understanding of this previously. And so there was the releasing and the departure from that initial life space into another space that was once removed from the original purpose that was the endeavor. And over time, there has been a further diminishment from one lifetime to the next, for there was not the remembering of the original one. And so each lifetime there was the stepping back and moving away from that which was to be gleaned and understood. And the one would have chuckled had they recognized that this was all a part of the plan,